Guys, Louis just got scared because I took him into my bathroom upstairs for the first time, and I guess he didn't like it in there and he was freaking out. But anyways, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to film episode 2 of the Giving Yourself Grace series, and I just wanted to talk about my story and the struggles I've personally had with disordered eating and unhealthy exercise habits. So I want to start off by pointing out that I say disordered eating. I don't say I had an eating disorder just because I never got diagnosed, and I know some people actually do have like very severe diagnosable eating disorders, and I'm lucky that mine didn't get to be that bad. But that doesn't mean I didn't struggle in some ways. Like, I don't want to be belittling anyone else's struggle. Like, whatever you are dealing with, I'm sure it's difficult and hard, and you should not doubt that you deserve help or that you deserve to be supported as you try and deal with this. So, no matter what the situation, you 100% deserve all the support and love in the world, no matter what. So, I personally don't really know what category exactly my disordered eating habits would fit into, so it's best just to call it disordered eating because that's really what it was. It was just bad eating habits and a bad relationship with food and my body. I think my whole life I was always pretty skinny. Growing up, it was never something I really thought about, but people always told me how skinny I was as a kid, and I think that really became a part of my identity. So I was scared to gain weight because I was afraid, like, what was I if I wasn't skinny? If people weren't telling me I was skinny, I felt like that must mean I was overweight or unhealthy. So I became so hyper-focused on being skinny and getting people's attention for it. Not attention, but just like being recognized and fitting that label that I wanted to have. That I became very limited in the foods I allowed myself to eat, and this probably started in about 8th grade. I honestly don't remember exactly what I would eat for lunches. I know I would pack myself smaller lunches on purpose because I would try and limit the number of calories I was eating in a day. I probably honestly didn't even count calories back then, but I just knew, like, okay, I'm not going to eat a lot. And then when I did have a lot to eat, I was like doing a running challenge. I was trying to train for a 5K with my friend, but I would like punish myself. So like if I ate that, like if I ate a cupcake, I would go downstairs and run on the treadmill and try and burn it off. And I think my freshman year of high school was when it was at its worst. That was my worst year with it. The summer before freshman year, I started conditioning and running for volleyball with the school volleyball team for my high school. So I was getting in, there was 3 days of exercising every week. We would run and then lift. So I was burning a lot of calories, and I also was not eating to match that. So I was extremely skinny. Like, I'll try and show you. I don't know. I'll try and put a picture over here. I don't know exactly how to do that, but I'll try. Just of like how skinny I was, like looking back. And the thing is, I like in my head had such a bad body image, even though I was just so underweight. I was not healthy. I got sick a lot my freshman year, like all the time, always sick. I was tired a lot, just didn't feel well, and looking back, I relate so much of that to just the fact that I wasn't fueling my body, because our bodies need food. That's our fuel. Like, it's 100% necessary, and I wasn't giving myself that. I remember counting calories. I don't even remember what year exactly it was, like when I did this. It's something I've done on and off for years. I even actually tried at the beginning of my freshman year of college, and it just like sends me into a tailspin. So because I'll try and count calories, and when I can't be exact, I'll just assume I'm eating more than I actually am. And then I always feel like I should be eating, like, I try and eat as few calories as possible. So I'll like avoid eating certain things because I don't feel like logging it, or I'm like, oh, I already had 1,000 calories today, I just need to wait and save some for dinner and not eat right now. And the reality of it is that your body needs a certain amount of calories. Your body cannot run on 1,000 calories. Especially like for me, I was working out a lot, and when I don't eat enough, I feel weak during my lifts. I feel sick, shaky, dizzy. So yeah, anyways, going back to my freshman year of high school, I just was not eating enough. My goal was just to eat as little as possible because I wanted to be as small as possible. And it all kind of came to a head the spring of my freshman year. My friend and I went to the mall, and all I'd had for breakfast were like a couple grapes, and I allowed myself to have a cinnamon roll. So that for me was like a big deal. Like, that was kind of a trigger. I felt like I was eating unhealthy. So I planned on getting Chipotle for lunch because I felt like that was a little bit of a healthier option while we were at the mall. We were there for probably about 10 minutes. My friend bought a pair of shoes. We were in Macy's, and I was like, okay, I have to go to the restroom. And I called my mom because I couldn't figure out where the restroom was. And my mom right away knew something was wrong because we've been to that Macy's a lot. Like, I know where the bathrooms are there. So she was like, okay, Caroline, like, just give me your friend's number. Give me her number. I'm gonna call her and tell her where you are, and then I'm gonna call you back. So I was feeling really sick. I was on my period. So I went to the bathroom, and I don't even know if I actually, like, I don't know what happened exactly, but my friend came and found me, and by that time I was in this horrible pain. I was cold and shaking. I was having these horrible pains in my hips and in my sides, and it was like more than just regular cramps. I did have pretty bad cramps back then, but it was like turn the dial of that pain all the way up. It was super high. My friend called her dad. He had dropped us off at the mall. He turned back around and came and got us, or came and helped me. So he like held my hand the whole time. Like, I was on the floor, shaking, so upset. The Macy's employees came, and they were supposed to call the call 911, get an ambulance to come and get me. And there was some miscommunication. It ended up taking even longer. But they finally called one, and while we were waiting during all that, they had to grab like merchandise off the shelves in the area to like wrap me up in because I was so cold and shaking and in such like bad pain. And I like honestly am so thankful to my friend and her dad for all they did for me that day. Like, I was petrified, and they stayed with me the whole time. I finally got loaded up in the ambulance. They followed me to the hospital. There's honestly a chance that my friend was in the ambulance with me, and I just don't remember. I know I've actually talked about it, and I still can't remember if she was behind the ambulance in the car with her dad, because I like remember her dad being in the car behind us. I don't remember. Super weird. I was so out of it. Don't remember very much of the ambulance ride there. So I was kind of like dozing in and out, I think. Parents met us at the hospital. They found nothing wrong. So I came back home. I ended up going on birth control to help with my periods, and that I haven't had another episode like that in a while. It's helped so much. Sorry, I know that was like a lot of girl talk there. But for me, that was my wake-up call that I was extremely unhealthy, and that if I didn't start eating more and feeding my body, I was just gonna get sicker and sicker until I ended up back in that scary situation. And I don't think anyone should have to feel as scared as I did. And I know some people have it, like, have much worse scary situations. And I don't think it should get to that extreme ever, which is why I want to share my story, because once I began eating and taking care of my body, like, it's such a transformation. You feel so much better. You look so much healthier. You're not sick as often. You're stronger. You're able to work out more. Your endurance is up. You're not as tired. It's just really life-changing. And it's not good for your body to not have enough food. You need that food in order to nourish your body. So that's why I'm here. I still struggle a lot with trying to limit the foods I eat. I've gotten a lot better recently, but it's still something, it's, an up and down battle sometimes. So finding balance and giving myself grace, it's definitely harder some days than others, which is why I'm here, because I think there's so many people out there who share their stories, but I think what a lot of the times when they share their stories, it's like, oh, like, this happened, but I'm better now and I want to teach you how to get better. For me, it's like, this happened and I still have so much to work on, but I know that as I'm learning and growing, it 100% helps to have a community and a group to talk to, which is why I'm here starting this channel and this Instagram and doing this whole thing, just because I want to create a community and I want us all to grow together and to share that with one another. So that's just a little bit about my personal struggle, my story, and special shout out to my friend and her dad for taking such good care of me that day. It really means so much. And special shout out to you for being here watching this video. It means so much to me. So please be sure to like and subscribe, comment below any questions you have or any videos you'd love to see in the future. And Louie and I will be back with more videos soon.